Welcome to New Minoa Players' world premiere production of If I Were. This is the second online production for New Minoa, and as much as we would love to be here at New Minoa, on stage in front of a live audience, this is what we can reasonably and safely do. And although we're happy to bring this show to you free of charge, we would appreciate any donations to help defray the costs of continued programming. Please follow the link on the screen to make a donation. We would also like to encourage you to become a member. Membership starts at just $25 a year and helps us to continue as an organization. To become a member, please follow the link on the screen or go to our website, newminoaplayers.org, at any time. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors. Without our sponsors, we would not be able to continue doing what we do. The sponsors for If I Were are Decorah Bank and Trust, Family Table Restaurant, Gallery of Tops, iRock Web Design Services, Pizza Ranch, Rick and Cheryl Shepard, Sogo Snacks, Joanne Stevenson and Stephen Nelson, and Singing Hammers Construction. Thank you so much for joining us for If I Were.
Look up, look down, look all around this world we share. So many things are living here, sometimes we're unaware. But it's a wide and wonderful world, full of creatures and colors, full of earth and sky. Some are fierce and some are gentle, some are rockets, some are shy. Come and join us on our journey. Diversity is thriving all around. We would like to introduce you to a few of the things we found.
If I were a camel, I would have a hump. Or maybe two. I could walk across the desert, not need food or water for a long time. I could run as fast as a horse, and I could spit so far. If you made me mad and thought you were far enough away that I couldn't hit you with my spit, you'd probably be wrong. Best of all would be my hump. You might think my hump's full of water. Well, guess what? It's not. And life in the desert is hotter. Yes, hotter than you thought. Yes, a lot. But my body is made for the heat. So yes, that part's true, so true. What I need to drink and eat is very different from you. And I'm glad my hump, well, that's mostly fat. So what do you think of that? But my blood and my nose and even my toes all work to help me survive. Where water is scarce and the landscape is barren. Look at me, I'm a camel. I thrive.
If I was a squirrel, I would be running, climbing, jumping from tree to tree, chatting like cat, 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 pussytail bouncing, running up and down, chasing round and round, chasing my friends, then turning and being chased. Chasing and chasing, but never catching, never to be caught. Never wanting to catch or be caught. Taking life in the trees, eating seeds, nuts, and acorns. Making my nest high up in the branches from the leaves. Jumping from place to place, up and down, in and out. You only see my bushy tail, but that's not all of me. I can leap from one to climb headfirst down a tree. Can you? And I hide, that's I mustn't fall. Go to find them later. Finding nuts in winter time. What could be greater? I'm a squirrely, squirrely squirrel. That's what makes me. Flitting here, flitting there, climbing up a tree. Don't ever try to catch me. I promise if you do, I'll turn around and then I'll start chasing you. Or maybe I'll hide, just depends. If I were water, I would fall like little drops from the clouds falling onto the parched earth. I would sink into the ground until we're full. Then I would run in rivulets into lakes, streams, and rivers. As rivers, I would run into bigger rivers, and finally the oceans. All along the way, from the dry lands to the oceans, I would give life to all living things. There's a power that propels me forward, forward. There's a little voice that tells me forward, forward. There's a rush of great excitement. I'm a drop, nothing more, but I'm joined to other droplets crashing through a rocky floor. I can tumble rocks and boulders. I can make a mighty roar. I have power. I go dancing down a mountain, moving, moving. I spray upward like a fountain, moving, moving. Stand aside when I am coming. I can bring you to your knees. I can offer gentle currents if that is what I believe. I can carve out nooks and crannies. I can do it all with ease. I have power. If I were a goose, this would be me. Honk, honk, honk. That's all you'd hear. But to me it means, I am here, I am here, I am here. Flying in V formation across the sky. I am here, I am here. Sitting in the water, some of us with heads under rings, an occasional, I am here, I am here. Then a full chorus. I am here, I am here, I am here. You may think it's not much to say, but coming from my brothers and sisters, it's all I really need to know. When the world seems wide and empty, and you're feeling all alone, pause a while and listen to my call. Wherever you go, I am with you. You are not alone, and together
a caterpillar, I would eat and grow and grow. Then I would wrap myself up in a chrysalis and wait. I would feel myself slowly changing into something new. One day I would struggle out of my now too small enclosure, unfurl my wings and let them dry and strengthen in the warm summer air. When the time was right, I would fly away into my new life. Something deep inside of me is growing. I feel light. I feel different than I've ever felt before. Something deep inside of me is changing, and I might have a whole new world to explore. Who really knows when a new thing has begun? Where it will lead if we follow to the end. But it goes and it grows toward the future. And I know, though I can't see round the bend, that this pathway leads where I want to go. I feel it deep inside. I know it's so.
If I were a deer, I'd go running through the forest, run through gaps in the trees, jump over logs, fleeing from danger, running from noises and sounds, white tail flying up behind me to warn my friends of all we fear. Then I would stop, sniff the air, and start cautiously eating my grass, knowing all is well. My feet touch the ground, but I soar through the air. My strong legs and body can jump anywhere. I see all the fences and fallen trees. I jump over them with ease. But when danger appears, I freeze. That's the best way to hide. I can freeze, I can glide. I am a deer, I am a deer, I am a deer. I like that.
If I were a spider, I would see all of the insects flying and crawling and think they're the perfect thing for me. I would silently spin my web to catch my meals. I would fill the spaces between the grasses, between the trees, between the rocks. I would spend my life quietly waiting. When a meal came to my web, I would spring into action. I would wrap it in my sticky threads until it was secure. I would have my meal and then go back to waiting. Look at all those creatures prowling through the great outdoors, sticking noses in gross places, running wildly on all fours. Look at them, look at them. Look, now look at me. I have 8 legs and I'm waiting, patient for some food to come my way. 8 legs and I terrify. If you're an insect, you are prey. 8 legs and I'm stunning. I weave a dainty web and then I say, come and join me. I have 8 legs and I'm waiting for you. Look at vegetation standing boring in the sun, getting nourishment from light. Oh, come on, that can be fun. Look at them, look at them. Look, now look at me. I have 8 legs and I'm waiting, patient for some food to come my way. 8 legs and I terrify.
If I were a shark, I would swim my whole life, because to stop swimming is to stop breathing. I would have big, sharp teeth, and with them I would tear apart my food. No chewing for me, just tear, bite, swallow. If I ever lost a tooth, I would have new ones ready to come in and replace them. I would be feared by everyone and everything because I could eat them.
If I were a bee, I would come out of my hive with the rising of the sun seeking food, the colors popping, and the sweet scent of nectar filling the air would pull me towards the petals bobbing on the breeze. I would fill my stomach with nectar and my pollen sacs with pollen and fly back to the hive. I would do my dance to tell my sisters of the bounty waiting for the harvest. Then we would pour out, gathering nectar, gathering pollen, flying back, feeding our young, feeding the queen, making honey to keep the hive alive. Back and forth until the setting of the sun. Hey, look at all that pollen, I think it was meant for me. Well, and you, of course. It's just ready to be taken. Come follow me, you'll see. Well, come on. We'll go buzzing to the yellow, grab some pollen. Buzzing to the red, grab some more. Let's to the hive out back, unpack our sack before heading back to the door. Well, it's not really a door. We're making a food bank for the future, storing nutrition for the hive, helping sustain a working colony, keeping this family alive.
Little those blossoms turn to apples, pollinated by that bee.
Or well, it could be some other bee.
They're just ready to be taken. Come follow me, you'll see.
Well, come on.
They go buzzing to the white, grab some pollen. Buzzing to the pink, grab some more. Leaving little bits of pollen at each new stop before heading back to the door.
Well, it's not really a door.
They're making a food bank for the future, helping plants and animals survive, helping sustain this place that we all share, helping to keep us alive.
If I were a rock, I would sit still, maybe forever. Or maybe I'd sit at the top of a hill, and one day a rainstorm would wash the ground out from under me, and I would go tumbling down the hill. Maybe I would hit a tree and stop, or maybe I'd be so big that when I hit the tree, I'd knock it over and keep going down, destroying everything in my path. Or maybe I'd be a little piece of gravel sitting in a driveway, and people would park their cars on me, and I would just sit and wait. I'm a rock, rock forever. I'm a rock. I can make you use of the things when you walk. Each time you bless a moon, it will clearly prove I'm a rock.
If I were a salmon, I would see the rivers running down to the sea and say, I could go up that river to lay my eggs. I would go sliding up the river, red sides glowing, jumping up rapids and falls, water flying from my body. Dripping like diamonds, I would slice through the air, then fall back to become one with the river again. I would finally reach the end of my journey and a new generation would begin. Keep my water safe, I'm counting
crow, you'd hear me calling from the trees, bobbing my whole body in emphatic affirmation of everything I was saying. Often you would see me with the whole flock of crows. We would be jumping from tree to tree, laughing at our jokes, singing our songs, and having a good old time. Maybe some of you wouldn't like me. Maybe you would say that I was loud and raucous. I would say, you bet I am. I am all, hear me call. Watching from my perch, high in the tree, I observe all that reflect what I see. Hey, don't ship a messenger, loud's just my style. And if you want some juicy news, then hey, don't touch the dial. Not every creature needs to be meek and mild, and I'll admit it, I can be young and wild. Hey, maybe you'd like it too if you gave it a try. Just send your voice out on the wind and listen for my reply. I am different, whether you're large or very small. I listen, I hear the news, I share with all. I am all, hear me call. Wow! What'll I do if you are blue? What'll I do? What'll I do to help you through? What'll I do? I'm just a duck searching for an answer, thinking of a way to use my skills. Hey, wait! Now I know the answer. My sense of humor kills. Are you ready? Waddle, waddle, waddle. If I were a duck, this would be me. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Waddle, waddle, waddle. What'll I do today? No real plans. How about you? What? Nothing either? I guess we could just wing it. Get it? Wing it? I'm kind of hungry though. But what'll I eat? But I don't have any money. I could just put it on my bill. I know, it gets old, but what'll you do? Waddle, waddle, waddle. I quack me up.
If I were a person, wait, I am a person. I can run and jump and sing and read and laugh and dance and cry and love and look at all the beauty all around me. I am a person and I can do anything.
If I were a robin, I would hop, hop, hop across the yard. I would cock my head to the side to listen for the scritching sound of worms moving. Then I would jab with my beak, grab the worm, and pull it out of the ground. Yum! I can see you, I can hear you, and you would make a wonderful lunch. Little wormy, please come closer. I'm hoping for something to munch. Who needs a refrigerator when we have the whole outdoors? I were a hawk, I would fly, wings outstretched. I would circle round and around, watching, looking for any movement. And when I saw it, I would swoop down, grab my prey, and fly off with it to feed myself or the young in my nest. Then I would fly off to do it again. Sometimes I sit high above the ground and I watch and I wait. Sometimes stillness is the only sound I hear. I concentrate. Sometimes all the world seems hazy as I focus on one specific thing. Then I suddenly know where I intend to be. Like the air, I spread my wings and I fly. Everything looks different when you see it from the sky. There's a lightness and power and trust to tell you why. There's a moment where I stop my wings and I adored what I see. It's gravity and instinct, but it's really even more. It's a lifetime of practice being me, and I like it.
If I were a turkey vulture, you might think I was ugly if you saw me up close. But if you saw me from a distance, wings outstretched, riding the air, you could not deny my beauty, my power, my strength. On still days, you could see me circling slow and lazy, as if time were nothing. On windy days, you could see me shooting across the sky, as if I had no time at all. I would ride the air currents in search of sustenance, but also I would ride the air currents because that is what I do. That is who I am. Dead meat, that looks so fine. Got to say a rotting thing really smells divine. I really have no need to chase my prey. I just sniff into the wind and then I say, dead meat, yeah, here I come.
If I were a mole, I would look at the world and see how bright it was and how many other animals were running and flying and swimming. And I would say, I want to live underground, alone, away from the sun and the running and flying and swimming. I would dig my tunnels and live in the darkness and swim through the earth in search of worms and grubs and insects. Yum! And I would be content in the quiet underground. It's too much, all that noise and activity. I don't need to be spreading negativity, but when the world's too loud, I want to be by myself, quietly and safely here. No, I'm not saying other life is not okay, and I'm sure every creature finds its own best way. But I do wanna tell you what I have to say. I like it here, quietly and safely on my own. It's quiet and serene, it's the best place I have seen. It's dark and comfy in my home. I love being home.
If I were a bear, I would see the salmon flying up the river. I would stand where the salmon were jumping from the water. I would eat salmon and grow so fat that I could sleep through the cold winter. At the end of winter, I would wake up to a new time of life and plenty. Ursus Arctis Horribilis, that's my honest name. When you call me Grizzly, it doesn't sound the same. Don't be acting like I'm sweet, or I'll show you it's not true. It's Ursus Arctis Horribilis to you. Over 6 feet tall, about 400 pounds. If I decide to chase you, I'll pursue in leaps and bounds. Ursus Arctis Horribilis, that's my honest name. When you call me Grizzly, it doesn't sound the same. Don't be acting like I'm sweet, or I'll show you it's not true. It's Ursus Arctis Horribilis to you.
If I were a grasshopper, I would look out at the world and see all the green and growing things and think I can eat them. I would hop from growing thing to growing thing, eating and growing and eating and growing until I became too big for my skin. Then I stopped, and my skin would split open and I would emerge bigger than I was before. Then I would hop on to eat some more. I would go through some more of this eating and molting until finally I became an adult. With newly found wings, I could travel even further. I would flying and hopping to eat and eat and eat.
If I were a bat, I would sleep hanging upside down. When darkness came, I would wake up and fly out into the night. Sending out my sound signals, I would hear them bouncing back to me, off of walls, off of trees, off of insects. Seeing the world with my ears, I would weave in and out, up and down, searching for my prey, catching it with my wings and eating as I fly, eating and eating until morning came. Then I would fly back, hang upside down again, and wait for the night to come again.
I know how valuable I am, but people scream, what's with that? They should welcome me with open arms. Well, bats can dream, so there's that. Dreams. Why do people think I'm scary? Tennis rackets swinging through the air. I eat insects like lots of mosquitoes. You'd miss me if I wasn't there. I know the part I play. You should learn, so let's chat. I help you every day. Now it's your turn. Help a bat.
If I were a tree, I would slowly push up out of the ground, reaching to the heavens, branches stretching, leaves popping, growing until I almost touched the sky, gently swaying in the breezes, standing tall and strong, just being a tree. I don't mind being witty, would you? Not if you could stand with your roots drinking deep in the ground, reaching up to the sky with your leaves that swing all around. Bend your branches and rustle, what a glorious sound. Not sure what they would if I would too.
as fast as I could, tail flying out behind me, rain flowing through the wind. I would run and run for the pure joy of running, and then I would stop and eat some grass and look back to the place where I started. The sound of my hoofs hitting rocks is music through my ears. The veil of wind on my back erases all of my fear. The whole world is calling to me. The colors, the shapes, and the smell. I breathe it in as I run through the land, and I say to myself, all is well. All is well. All is well.
If I were a hummingbird, I would beat my wings so fast. Oh, oh. I would see flowers and I would go up them and sip, flutter, flutter, sip, flutter, flutter, sip, flutter, flutter. When I would see other hummingbirds, I would fly at them and catch them. And then return to my flower and sip, flutter, flutter, sip, flutter, flutter, sip, flutter, flutter, drinking half my weight in nectar every day. I'm tired, let me tell you I am strong. If you think I'm sweet and dainty, you'd be wrong. I'm happy to remind you, with more than just a song, this is my place, it's not where you belong. I like to keep my photos just for me. Don't try to share my food or you will see your ideas are a bit absurd. Don't mess with me, I'm a hummingbird.
If I were a cat, I would sit and watch. I would lick my paw, rub it on my face. When I was satisfied that I was clean enough, I would maybe take a nap. When I woke up, I would stretch and yawn, and then wander off to sit and watch again. Yo, 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 I know you love me. Who in their right mind would question that? I'm tidy, I'm neat, I'm personally complete. Who could want more than that? I'm a cat. Sometimes I'm playful, sometimes I'm fierce, but I always purr when I'm happy. Sometimes I might run up a tree, or maybe I'll just take a nappy. Yow, 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 I know you love me. Who in their right mind would question that? I'm a cat.
If I were a flower, I would look out at the world and see what a beautiful place it is and say, I can make it even more beautiful. I would grow and form buds, and slowly I would let my colors burst out and see that I have been right. I did make the world more beautiful. If I were a butterfly, I would see the flowers and know that I live on their nectar. I'd go flitting like flowers, flying through the air, filling the sky with my beauty and color. Settling down, it would be like petals landing on petals. I'd sip the nectar, and we'd become butterfly and flower, reflecting beauty one to the other. reflection of the world inside of me. Frilly edges full of color, quite the same as you can see. You are beautiful, I am beautiful. We're beautiful together. There are ways that we are different. I can fly, but you stand still. But differences are what creates such beauty. I believe they always will. You are beautiful, I am beautiful. We're beautiful together. We make a wondrous combination, standing in the brightness of the sun, watching the world unfold before us, knowing life has just begun. You are beautiful, I am beautiful. We're beautiful together. If you were in the theater, you would clap right now. If we were in the theater, we would take a final bow. But even though we can't be face to face, there's a joy this pandemic can't erase. It comes from sharing a story and a laugh or two, which would not be possible without you. Thanks for watching. Look up, look down, look all around this world we share. So many things are living here, sometimes we're unaware. But it's a wide and wonderful world, full of creatures and colors, full of earth and sky. Some are fierce and some are gentle. Some are rockets, some are shy. Come and join us on our journey. Diversity is thriving all around. We would like to introduce you